Hey guys, it's Layla, back with the lymphatic vessels and nodes of the head and neck. So, our mnemonic goes, John only makes paintings portraying special scenarios for special people. Okay, John only makes paintings portraying special scenarios for special people. Let's write this down. J O M P P S S S S and P. So, you need to know that in any part of the body, the lymphatic system as a whole, the lymphatic vessels can be divided into two major groups. So you've got the superficial and the deep vessels. Okay, and even for the nodes, you can also have superficial and deep. So for the vessels, it's always there. The superficial ones drain into the superficial ring of the lymph node at the junction of the neck and the head. Okay, and we'll talk about the superficial ring in a bit. So, and the deep ones, they arise from the deep cervical lymph nodes. So the superficial ones drain into the superficial rings, and the deep vessels into the deep cervical lymph nodes. Before we start, I'd like to show you this picture where you can see the venous angles. They are circled. So a venous angle is between the internal jugular vein and the subclavian vein, and the lymphatic system drains into the venous angle. So the right venous angle has the right lymphatic duct, which collects lymph from the right limb and the right side of the head and neck, but the thoracic duct contains lymph from the left side of the head, the left limb, the limbs, everything else apart from the right quarter. And the thoracic duct is on the left venous angle, and it's an important structure because almost the entire lymph in the body drains into it. Down, so we've got the jugular, lymphatic trunks, occipital, mastoid, pre-auricular, parotid, submental, submandibular, facial, superficial cervical, and you've got the pres. Okay, so the deep ones, they converge from the left and the right jugular lymphatic trunks. So the left one, it joins the thoracic duct at the root of the neck, and the right one joins the right lymphatic duct at the root of the neck.
I want to sleep with them.
Okay, so the left one in the thoracic duct, right one in the right lymphatic duct, and they then form the deep cervical lymph nodes, which go to becoming the deep vessels. Okay, now these names that I've mentioned. Okay, so you've got the lymph nodes now. These are the vessels. So you've got the superficial and the deep vessels, right? So these are the vessels. they drain into the lymph nodes, which we said was superficial and deep lymph nodes again. So the superficial ones were, if you go to the lymph nodes, we've got superficial ring. Okay, and if we go to the deep one, lymph nodes, but deep one, we've got the there's a vertical group of deep lymph nodes. Right? For the superficial ring, the superficial ones ultimately they drain into the deep ones. Okay, so now all of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a couple of others, they belong to the superficial ring. So they're the superficial lymph nodes, all these 8 ones, right? So I've written them down so you can remember the names, and you can associate them with the places on the head and neck. So you've got obviously occipital, mastoid, parotid, submental, submandibular, facial, superficial cervical. I'll show you a picture in a bit. And the deep lymph nodes, there are 2 of them, like they're divided into 2 groups. You have a superior one and an inferior one. Okay? Yeah, and I've written pre's here because there are 2 pre's. There's a pretracheal one and a pre-laryngeal one. And there are others, there are quite a lot, but you can name just a few. So they're pretracheal, pre-laryngeal. You can have infrahyoid, which is the muscle, if you know your anatomy very well. Then you've got supraclavicular, etc. Right? That is it. So the superficial ones, they drain the scalp, face, and the neck, while the deep ones bring it from the muscles and about the clavicle and the larynx, the trachea, etc. Depending on the part of the head and the neck, you can name the lymph nodes accordingly. So you've got the mastoid, the occipital, the superficial, cervical, the maxillary, parotid, supramandibular, submandibular, submental, and you'll know from the names where they're situated. And these were the superficial ones. Then the deep cervical ones, I told you they're superior and inferior. And there's where you've got the pretracheal, the prelaryngeal, the infrahyoid, etc. So that is it for the head and the neck. My next video will be about the extremities, both the upper and the lower extremities. So hop onto that one if you want to know the lymphatic system concerned with those areas of the body. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.